Welcome to Skook's Tarot. This is Marissa. I'm doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, check your other planets, check the other readings I've done. If it does, just remember that these are just recommendations. You do have your free agency. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I appreciate any help in growing my channel. I'm just a little channel right now. And it helps rank me up higher on the search in the home button. So if you could help me out, I'd be so grateful. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. And I shuffle these a lot because, and I shuffle them upright. And then as I do that little thing, they'll pop out, and sometimes they pop out reverse. I prefer to do it that way rather than, because if I shuffle them willy-nilly, then half of them end up being reversed. I find it hard to believe that the negative cards are necessarily should be that plentiful. And usually I get an impression if something is on the more negative side in that card anyway, if necessary. Okay, let's cut the deck. Overall energy of the reading is stand up for yourself. She's dancing the dance in the Matrix, holding a big wand with fire on it, avoiding all the other wands coming at her. And she's doing that kung fu thing, I guess, knocking them all out of the air. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs, Pisces. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. Manage your energy wisely. Manage your thoughts and your feelings, because where your thoughts and feelings go, that's where your energy goes. Don't deplete yourself. Stand up for yourself. All right, let's get the first card, which is current stuff going on. Isn't he adorable? I think he's cute. Page of Swords with little butterflies. Logical, perceptive, insightful, blunt. This could mean a person, but I don't think it means a person in this instance. It could. Only you would know, Pisces. Brilliant insights, information that you need but might be a challenge to receive. Make sure you review documents. This can be the spy card too. Someone's keeping an eye on you. I put a spell on you. But this is information, but whatever this information is, it's transformative. It's good information. It may not be the funnest information, but it's information you needed, Pisces. And it gives you new insights. You might have to change how you look at things, just a little, because this is a transformative message. Okay, let's look at, crossing you. Helpful or challenging influences. That looks like an actress I know. I won't say her name, but it does. It looks like an actress. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, if it's a person, male or female, is somebody who's stable. They're the marital catch. Generous, practical, gracious. The ability to make everything more beautiful. She or he has a love of family and home. Practical. Love of art and beauty. sensible approach. This is also very, 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 very grounded. So you have sword energy, which is mental, and then you have this grounding energy, which is very stable. That's a very good energy to have covering everything. Very auspicious. Let's look at fate or destiny beneath you. Another pentacle, Knight of Pentacles. Stability, dedication, protective, maybe a little apprehensive about taking the first step. Call to carefully plan before you do anything, but then get going. Pay attention to the details, wait for perfect timing. This is a call not to wait too long. Planning is good, but don't plan ad nauseum. You've got a good brain on you. You can plan without getting stuck in the planning phase. And these are things you may or may not be aware of yourself in this regard, that you have a tendency to do more planning than executing. Okay, now let's look at your recent past. No way I'm taking all those. Well, they want to jump out for you, Pisces. Recent past, you've undergone a period of reflection, rest, and recuperation. You have perhaps paused certain parts of your life. Insights that come through meditation and need to rest or take a vacation. I could use one of those. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. Are you exhausting yourself? Oh my goodness. Another card popped out without my being aware of it. Weird. Which is, came out in the reverse. See, I don't need to shuffle them. They just will pop out in the reverse. Which is the Knight of Swords. The Knight in Shining Armor. The quick, driven, fast action and intellectual responses to challenges, and relying on intellect more than the heart, at least here. But it's in the reverse. And I'm going to look at that because I don't have the reverses all memorized. Although one could say, rather than fast action, it's like almost no action, which makes sense when you're looking at the card of rest, recuperation, and healing. So perhaps there was a lot of forward movement. You wanted to do things. You were going to go and go and go and accomplish. And you got somehow bumped into this energy of having to rest and reflect. You perhaps exhausted yourself, stressed yourself. You needed to take a moment. But I'm going to look up on my thing here the Knight of Swords in reverse, if there's anything. It can also mean, apparently, hasty actions that are regretted later. Disregard for consequences. Indecisiveness. So whatever that was, something happened, popped you into this rest and reflect mode because something was not a good decision. and you have serious regrets about it. Hasty actions, not always a good idea. Let's look at the top. Top card can be thoughts of what you expect. It's mental kind of stuff rather than emotional. You're working on getting that success and abundance. And the Sun is also, it stresses that success after a struggle. Could be creative inspiration. It's, divine timing and victory in the back on that banner, and the equal, balancing of creativity, the creative fire and the intellect. I would say this is creative endeavors you've got going, that you are working on accomplishing them. These creative things are burning inside you. You really want to do them. And, you're having to deal with challenges and conflicts in your efforts to get this creative project off the ground. Let's look at your near future. I'll get my hair out of the cards. I have very long hair, as you can see. Lots of hair. Okay, well, it gave me 3. I guess I have to take them. Okay. First card, this is vaguely chronological, is the 9 of Earth, which is all about accomplishing things in the material, financial security for yourself and family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions. It's about tangible material success. Trusting Spirit's plan. You're beginning to learn that when you go against, the plan you made before you came here, things don't flow. When you go with the plan, it flows. And you're intuitive enough to know that. But it looks like you have abundance coming into your future. But there's a warning not to trust the wrong people. This is a call to always act in integrity. Be careful who you trust. You're intuitive enough to know. You can read people. I'm not worried about you in this department, not at all. And then in the future you have 9 of Cups, which is wishes come true. This is like, you get these 2 cards in your future. I mean, how can you really get better than that? I mean, you might, but you have the Sun already here. Dreams become reality. Magical time of your life. Good fortune. Faith in the universe. All will end well. Just keep your eyes open for those that try to sell you a line of BS. All right, let's look at your fears. This is the Queen of Swords. Now, she's the one who knows the truth. She's full of the agape love. She's compassionate. She's caring. But she knows the truth, and she's not afraid to use that sword if she has to. I think this is your current mental state in that sense, is that I cut people out of my life that don't serve me, that don't benefit me, that aren't good for me, that I'm not good for them. It goes both ways. Brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, focusing on career. It could be a person. It could be a person, male or female, that you're attracting into your life, a person of incredible integrity, someone who speaks the truth. Sometimes speaking the truth isn't easy. But it's just more about releasing people that no longer belong in your life. Now let's look at the environmental factors, what's going on in your people around you, situations around you. Oh, come on, did I have to get all of these? Well, this is, when it's the major arcana cards, that has to do with soul journey importance. The regular cards are like temporary energies, The sun's a more expansive and permanent-like energy that you're going for. But the others are, regular cards. And so they're moving as you go along your timeline. But I tell you, in your environment, you've got stuff happening. First card is transformation. Somehow, something going on in your environment is creating an epiphany, a new way of looking at things. Some event might be happening that changes your perspective, changes how you think about things. Could be a personal epiphany about who's important in your life and who isn't. It could be a meeting of someone who's important in your life that changes how you see things completely. The wheel. End of a cycle, beginning of a new one. You want that next cycle to be a high cycle, not a low cycle. Fresh new start or the end of delay, sudden or unexpected progress. Sudden. Both these cards are about sudden change in your world around you. The Hierophant. Protection and guidance from the divine. Unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. This is finding your spiritual center. And to remember that you are being protected and guided, whether you're aware of it or not. Last card in your environment is the Queen of Fire. Brilliant, talented, independent. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. Need for balance between career and personal. It can also be someone in your world in the sense of people you work with, people you talk to, people in your family, your friends. It could be someone that's come into your life That is this passionate, brilliant, talented person. Could be man or woman. They are pretty hot stuff. It's something to look forward to, right? Now let's look at your hopes. Hopes or fears. This is death, and this is a good card. This is actually a good card because it's about endings that lead to new beginnings. And you have this wheel here. You have the Tower here. You have the Hierophant to guide and protect you. You have the promise of the Sun. These are all major arcanas. This is a lot of major arcanas. This is a lot of major arcanas in one spread. That's a lot of major arcanas. This is a release from the bondage of the mind, body, and soul. Release situations or people that hold you back. Now, you already had a card here about releasing. I don't know. I'm not sure where it is. But this is all about, it may not be a fun thing to do, but if you want to switch into a new cycle, a new direction, a new promise of abundance, you have to let go of the old. You have to let go of old ideas, old belief systems, what when you thought you knew how everything worked, and you find out it doesn't work that way. And it may have worked that way for a while, but things change. As we go into cycle changes, the whole paradigm will shift, and how we interact with spirit may change. How we feel may change. All kinds of things happen when there's a cycle shift. And you're already been put into this to prepare yourself for the cycle shift. There's always a pause that is needed for reflection between cycle shifts, between cycles. That period of time when the monkey is suspended between the ropes or the vines, having faith that next vine isn't going to break and them end up on the ground on their heads. So that, the change of cycles, there is a pause. There's a pause that you have to kind of navigate without knowing what's going to happen. It takes a little faith. Now let's look at outcome. And there goes my thing. Outcome. Pisces. Oh, come on. I don't want to take that many cards. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Outcome for Pisces. King of Swords. King of Air. Intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, clear communication. Unemotional relationships or being emotionally unavailable, public speaking, receiving wise advice. Could be somebody in your life coming in, male or female, that gives you this feedback that you need. regarding this shift change you're experiencing. Well, let's clarify a few of these. I don't rush through my readings. I imagine that maybe you're bored. You get bored, get some gum, chew it, get a drink. Okay, let's clarify. I'm just going to clarify the King of Air, your final outcome. I think we said enough about everything else. Final outcome. Well, there you go. You can manifest whatever you want. You can manifest anyone you need in your life. You know this. You've done this. You have manifested things that you needed. You have manifested people to help you. You have manifested inspiration from source. You are ready. You have the resources, ability to manifest, and life is magical. Believe in yourself. Don't get stuck. Where is it? Where is it? Don't get stuck in the planning phase. Don't get stuck in the planning phase, because you are transforming. You're becoming enlightened. The wheel is turning in your favor. Just saying, just telling you what the cards say. Let's get a card from the universe for you, Pisces. Added insight. What does Pisces need to know? Well, apparently you need to know two things. There you go. Taking risks. And freedom. It's a funny thing that if you're willing to take risks, there is a lot of freedom you feel with that. But I'm going to read up on them because I love this. It's swallows. And this is, they both have birds in them. And this is a falcon or a hawk. Now, when I see falcons or hawks or any of those birds of prey that fly so high above, and they have such incredible long-range vision, they have incredible speed when they dive down to capture something. They can see the big picture. They can see exactly where they're going. And so when they take that risk, it's a calculated risk. They know what they're heading for, and they're willing to take the chance. And I'm going to read up on that first before I read up on this other one. When you draw this card, it's time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things new and an even unorthodox way. You're not going to get different results if you do the same things you've always done. You do the same thing, you'll get the same results you've always gotten. Listen more to your inner voice than the voices, opinions of others. And I think that's what this was all about. Setting it for yourself. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. if you're not willing to take a chance and expect imperfection sometimes, I mean, nothing we humans do on this planet approaches perfection unless you're talking about Simone Biles, okay? She comes pretty close. But most of us don't get that close to it. But I mean, it takes a lot of years and a lot of practice to get really good. And you're going to make mistakes. But it's important to embrace that. History has shown that those willing to face failure often succeed in a massive way later. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy, our worst critic. And we focus on things being imperfect rather than the things that we have done that were awesome. Focus on the awesome. Freedom, the cliff swallow. Express yourself without hesitation. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. As you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You're here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still be part of a loving, supportive community. We need everybody. Everybody has something to contribute. We all are part of a wonderful collective of souls. Hope this helps. Keep looking up, Pisces.